All right, great. Again, I want to welcome everybody here tonight to our Healthy Water Profits webinar. I'm very, very excited to spend this time with you guys to show you what we've put together for Enagic distributors to be able to prospect on Facebook, to be able to find new prospects, and I mean literally thousands and thousands and thousands of new prospects for your Enagic business. Very exciting what we're doing here, and so let me just kind of jump in and start to share this with you. So here's what we're going to cover tonight. Number one, talk a little bit about who we are. We'll definitely talk about why Facebook, of all things, why Facebook, and we'll go into that. I'm going to go over what I call Facebook Marketing 101. I think it'll help position Facebook and show you what Facebook's all about and how to be effective on Facebook. Talk about why you need a system. We'll talk about how Healthy Water Profits, exactly how it works, how you can participate, and then finally we'll talk about next steps. So let's go ahead and just dive on in. First off, who we are. Well, obviously I'm Rick Jorgensen. I've got 30 years of sales and marketing expertise. I've been in the network marketing industry for the past 25 years, and I've been online marketing for the past 15 years. And I've built large organizations in that 25 years in network marketing in Amway, Primerica, and Shackley. I'm sure three companies that most of you have heard of. So I have a lot of experience building large organizations. But most importantly, what you need to know about me and Angela is that we are Enagic distributors. And we are actively using our system, Healthy Water Profits, to build our Enagic businesses. So we're in there right along with everybody, shoulder to shoulder. So that's kind of the cool thing about this. You're going to be able to see our success, as well as obviously we're going to be able to share the success with everyone else that's part of Healthy Water Profits. So that's the exciting thing for me. Let's talk about why Facebook. Facebook is an amazing place, and I call it a place because Facebook really is a community. It's a community of over 600 million people, and about 50% of those people are coming into Facebook on a daily basis. So we're looking at huge numbers of people that are on Facebook on a daily basis, that are developing relationships, that are seeking relationships, they're looking for information, they're looking for connections, they're looking to network with people. It's a terrific opportunity to be able to reach out to those people and be able to grab hold of them, is what it comes down to, and be able to become friends, develop relationships, become business, bring them on as business associates, etc. Now, what you see on the screen is kind of the three different markets that we all deal with when we get into this business. Warm market, what I call the acquaintance market, and then the like-minded market. Most of us deal with a scenario where when we first get in the business, we're told that we need to approach our warm market, right? So we need to approach our warm market, and in approaching our warm market, for a lot of us, we run out of that warm market in a certain time period. Some of us sooner than later, right? We run out of that warm market. So at that point, it's like, okay, what do we do? Well, Facebook allows you to hit two what I think are terrific markets, and we're going to talk about both of those tonight. One is the acquaintance market. These are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that you know, but you don't have their contact info because you've lost touch with them. Could be old classmates, people that you used to work with years ago, associates, old friends, whatever it happens to be. These are people that you've lost touch with. Facebook is a terrific place to find those people and reconnect with those people. So that would be the acquaintance market. Then I like to call this the like-minded market. These are people that you absolutely do not know. You don't know these people, but you have a number of things potentially in common. You like a healthy lifestyle. You're into health and wellness. You may have certain hobbies in common, certain things that you like, causes, whatever it happens to be. There's tens of thousands, potentially millions of people that you would have something in common with, that would allow you to make a logical connection with those people. And that's what I love about it. Here's the other thing that I love about Facebook. Can you imagine if you went to the mall? Just pick any big mall in your area, a big mall, and let's just say it's a busy day, right? It's a weekend, or it's a holiday, leading up to Christmas or something, right? So the place is packed, and everybody is walking around with signs, right? Like the sandwich board, like the lady on the screen here, like you're seeing. And everybody's walking around with those signs. And on these signs, it tells you everything you want to know about that person before you decide to strike up a conversation with them, or if you want to strike up a conversation with them at all, right? And the example I'm using here, this woman likes a healthy lifestyle. She's interested in networking, but there's a ton of information that would be on this board, right? Front and back. How cool would that be? Right? Well, in the real world, that's never going to happen. People aren't going to walk around with signs. In Facebook, they walk around with signs all day long, because that's the nature of Facebook. When you go to somebody's Facebook profile, maybe I'll shoot over to a Facebook profile, okay? When you go to somebody's Facebook profile, might as well go to mine, somebody's Facebook profile, and you go to their information section, you go to info. Basically, you've got a number of bits of information about somebody that you can go through. Their favorite quotes, people who inspire them, their favorite sports, music, books, movies, television, activities and interests, etc. Right? So you've got all this kind of information on someone before you even decide that you want to make them a quote-unquote friend. And realize when I say friend is the word that's used in Facebook, because that's really what the intention of Facebook is. But for us, and what we're looking for prospects. So I'll interchange the word friend and prospect, but when you hear me say friend, just think prospect, okay? And listen, a lot of my prospects have become friends, no question about it, because they become business associates. So that's kind of the cool thing as well. Okay, so that gives you an idea of the power of information that you have within Facebook with individuals. So it's like people walking around with sandwich boards. Okay, so Facebook in a nutshell: 600 million plus prospects. It's a built-in community. There is absolutely no need to pull people from where they already are, because everybody's already in Facebook, okay? You have the ability to share information instantly through people's news feeds. We'll get into that in a minute. And you have the ability to create instant engagement. You have the ability to have conversations with people within Facebook in real time, in essence, in many, many cases, okay? So let's look at 600 million plus prospects, and let's narrow that down. I have a box here on my screen. Basically what I'm showing is this. Within the U.S. and Canada, there are 12 million people in Facebook who have identified health and well-being as an area of interest. I want that to sink in for a minute. 12 million people who have indicated an interest in health and well-being in the U.S. and Canada. I didn't even include the rest of the world, just the U.S. and Canada. But look at this. The other beautiful thing about Facebook is you have the ability to target people by city. So it's not like, well, this is great, Rick, but if I'm into sharing water, I can't share water with somebody that lives in another state, not easily. Well, then how about this? I picked 3 random cities: San Diego, Salt Lake City, and Phoenix. And again, using that health and well-being area of interest as a filter, and I said, how many people are in these cities that have indicated an interest in health and well-being? Just in these cities. 111,280 people. And again, these people are all on Facebook. They're all in Facebook. 111,000 people in San Diego, over 83,000 people in Salt Lake City, and over 158,000 people in Phoenix. How awesome is that? So you can go city by city and target individuals just by city. So again, for those of you that are sharing water, those of you that want to get people in front of a live demo, this is a great opportunity, folks. Okay, so I think I've kind of set the table for why Facebook. Let's move into Facebook Marketing 101. Here's the basics. Number 1, setting up a proper profile. Number 2, making friends. In our case, targeting prospects. Number 3, establishing rapport, right? It's not just about making friends, bringing prospects to you, and then you immediately try to start to sell them something, okay? Think of Facebook, don't even think of it. It is a community. It is a community, okay? It's just like your neighborhood. Imagine this. Imagine you move into a brand new neighborhood. And the first thing you do, before you introduce yourself to your neighbors, before you get to know your neighbors, you get your kids' red flyer, your kid's wagon. And you take your SD501 and you put it in the wagon. And then you go door to door in your neighborhood, knocking on people's doors, going, hey, I want to introduce myself. I just moved into the neighborhood, and I've got this great business, and I've got this great machine here in the wagon that I really would love to show you how it works and the magic of Kangen water. So can I come into your kitchen and hook it up and show you how it works? Well, no, they're going to think you're nuts. They're going to think you're crazy. You don't do that. So you've got to establish rapport, right? And engaging, right? You've got to engage your friends. What does engagement mean? Engagement means two-way conversation, not one-way information push. Two-way, and we'll talk about that. What does that really mean? And develop the relationship. That you've got to develop the relationship. Again, you're not running door to door to door with your wagon, with your SD501, knocking on the door saying, hey, I want to show you what this will do, before you even meet the person, before you even develop a relationship. So it's all about developing relationships. But again, Facebook is a fantastic place to do that, and to do it in mass. That's what I want you to, if you don't take anything else away from this, it's your ability to develop relationships in mass. Okay? All right. We took a look at my profile and the importance of the profile. It's very important when you set your Facebook account up that you build a very robust profile. Okay? What does that mean? That means sharing all of your likes, right? Your preferences. What kind of movies do you like? What books do you like? What music do you like? What kind of activities do you like to do? Because again, the more you have on your page like that, the easier it is to connect with people and to find liked interest or shared interests. Okay, so making sure your profile, where you went to school, all these ways. Because listen, people will start to look for you too. They'll start to look for you. Remember that second category we talked about where it was old school friends, right? Old school chums, people you used to work with. Those people will be looking for you potentially as well, right? So the more information you could have about yourself, the better off you're going to be, bottom line. So you want to make sure you have a very solid profile built. And one of the things that we teach our folks how to do is exactly how to do that, how to build a very solid profile. But again, that is basic number one. First thing you got to do, set up your Facebook account, make sure you have a really, really strong profile set up. Now, everything we do here is built on a foundation of 4 separate steps. 4 different activities that everybody needs to do on a daily basis to be successful at using Facebook to build your Enagic business. The first step, 10 new targeted, I should have made the word targeted all caps, targeted friend requests daily, and we'll go into these in detail in a minute. Step 2, 2 new posts a day related to Kangen, related to healthy water, related to health. Okay, 2 new posts a day. That's what starts to create engagement. That starts creating relationships. Okay. Step 3, 6 to 7 new contacts a day that you invite to your Kangen Water fan page using private message or chat. Okay, private message or chat. Where do you get the 6 to 7 new contacts a day? Right up here from step 1, from the 10 new targeted friend requests you send out on a daily basis. Okay. And finally, step 4, 2 to 3 follow-up calls a day to the people who visited your fan page. And I like to relate step 4 to, in our business, I like to relate it to, can you imagine if you went around and you went to 20 different people and you gave them all water, and then you never followed up with them again? Never. You never called them back, you never followed up, you never called them to say, hey, how did you like the water? What did you like best about the water? Tell me some of the things that the water's been doing for you, right? Can you imagine never doing that? Well, that's what step 4 is. Step 4 is following up with the people that actually come to your fan page and like it. Those are pretty solid prospects. So it's following up. How to do that, right? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. These are 4 different activities that everybody works on a daily basis. This takes about an hour a day. Once you've got everything set up, it takes maybe an hour a day, sometimes less, but say an hour a day to do these steps. So let's break these down. Step 1, 10 new targeted friend requests a day. What do I mean by targeted friend requests? Okay, well, let me go into my Facebook page, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. And what you would normally do is you come up to you go on over to your home page. Actually, you could do it from any page for that matter. But what you want to be able to do is you want to come up to the search window. And the way I start out is I want to look for people. Again, I'm working in that third quadrant. I want to find people that I have something in common with. And for our business, right off the bat, what I'm looking for is people who are living a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so healthy. I just start out with healthy. I do a search, so I come down here and I want to get all the search results. So I do a search, and it's going to take me to the search page. And then over on the left-hand side, what I want are people. I want people. So I click on people. And then ultimately what it's going to give me is a big, long list of people. Hey, there's Angela right on top. It's going to give me a big, long list of people that are interested in healthy lifestyle, etc. But now what you want to do is you want to filter. So you want to filter those people, and I filter them by location. Remember I told you that you can zero in on your, wherever you're living, right? But I'm just going to pick I'm going to pick Phoenix, okay? Well, if I could spell it right. Phoenix, Arizona. There we go. And so it creates a filter, and it gives me a list of people in Phoenix that are interested in healthy lifestyle, okay? They have something to do with a healthy lifestyle. Then what I can do at this point, is now I've got this list. And this list can be very, very long depending on the city, right? Because I can come down here and see more results, etc., right? So basically at that point, what I do is I just right-click. I right-click with my mouse. You can see where it says Open Link in New Tab. So I come over here, and I'm going over to Colleen's page. Right? I can see that she works at South Phoenix Healthy Start. I'm not quite sure yet if it's a good fit. I can't see a lot about Colleen, right? It may have pulled up that healthy because of her employer, South Phoenix Healthy Start. Doesn't necessarily mean that she's interested in health and wellness, but it's a start. So I may go back. Go through the list until I find somebody that looks like a really good fit. But again, in most cases, right off the bat, you're going to hit somebody that's a really good fit. But let's say that I wanted to go ahead and make Colleen a prospect. See where it says Add Friend right here? Well, you click on Add Friend. I've created lists. So I'm going to put her in the Enagic Prospect list. and then I always add a personal message. And I just basically would say, hi Colleen. And then usually what I say is, because it's true, we don't know each other personally, but we share a common interest, if I could spell interest, in health. Okay? I'd love to connect with you here on Facebook. That's it. And I send it. Now, what I also do before I'll go ahead and send it. What I also do is I keep track, right? So I'll keep track of the fact that I sent Colleen, and usually I just keep it in a spreadsheet. And so I'll keep track of Colleen, that I actually sent her a friend request in case I don't hear back. I might follow up with her by sending her a message over here. But so that's it. That's what I do. So then I can come back to my list and I can just go down this list, go to each one of these profiles, check them out, see if there's more things or other things that we have in common. And that's how I begin to build my friend/prospect list. Okay, that's how I start building that list very, very effectively. Okay, so that's step one. Step two in your Facebook life is being active in Facebook. And being active means you're posting. What does posting mean? Well, posting means, again, I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to go to my profile page. Posting means that you're taking a bit of information here, okay, and you are you're going up here, this little box says status, and you're sharing information, right? That's what posting means. And you could post a video along with this, a link, a photo, whatever. Normally I love to post videos because they're very, very engaging, right? You can ask questions. That's how you start engagement. You can ask a question, right? The minute you post, anybody that's on my friends list gets notification on their news feed. They get notification. What's the news feed? Well, if you go to your home page in Facebook, this is your news feed. Okay? This is your news feed. So basically, this is where everybody would see anything that you would post that you're friends with. But that's how you start creating engagement. You can ask people questions, you could post information about healthy water, whatever it happens to be, but this is how you do it. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about 2 new posts a day related to Kangen water. Related to Kangen. It doesn't have to be a sales pitch. It shouldn't be a sales pitch. It should just be good, solid information about water and the importance of healthy water. I'll give you an example here on my page. Something I posted this morning. Here's an eye-opening video about bottled water you should watch. The story of bottled water. Many of you saw this link. It's out there floating around. I think Enagic actually put it out as part of their kind of newsletter thing. But it's great information, the story of bottled water. So I shared that with my network. I shared this both on my personal profile page and I shared it on my Kangen water fan page. Okay? So let me show you that. So I'll come over here to my fan page and I shared it on my fan page. So you can see that that post is right here on my fan page as well. I've got 317 people who are fans of this page. That means 317 people potentially would have seen that on their homepage, on their newsfeed. Okay? So again, you're creating visibility, you're creating engagement, and you're getting people to start to know who you are, right? Start to know who you are and what you do. That's what that's all about. That's what those posts are for. Step 2. Step 3. Step 3 is when you really roll up your sleeves, and now we're getting into, okay, Rick, how do I get them to my fan page? Well, after you've created some engagement, meaning you've gone back and forth, you've shared some things with people, and remember, it's not just sharing them through a post. You could send private messages with Facebook. So you could send a private message with that exact post that I did, right? That healthy water post. I easily could have sent that to prospects through their private message, okay? But Once you get to the point where you've got a relationship with somebody, you've had some, back and forth interchange, now you can invite them to your Kangen Water fan page. And you do that using private message or chat, always. Okay, here's an example. This was a private message that I sent to one of my friends, one of my prospects, and I said, "Hi Adrian, I know how much you like the healthy lifestyle. Have you ever heard of alkaline water? Check out my fan page when you get a chance and let me know what you think." Okay? Boom, sent that on over to him. He ended up checking it out. He ended up becoming a fan, liking the page. So now, moving the relationship forward, getting him in front of, and see the beauty of the fan page that we've created, and again, everybody that's part of Healthy Water Profits has the opportunity to tie into our fan page template. But when somebody comes to this fan page, they're going to see a welcome page right off the bat that has kangendemo.com on it. They can look at our compensation videos. They could look at events where we've got Dr. Paul and Tony Banks. Their webinars are on here, and it's constantly updated. So again, we've created a fan page with pretty much all the information that they need to have to initially make a decision about moving forward with Enagic. That's the beauty of this. Let me say that again. We've created a fan page that gives people enough information between the welcome page and the Kangen demo and information on the welcome page, between the compensation videos and explanation about our 8-point compensation plan, between our events page, which gets them to one of the nightly webinars that Dr. Paul and Tony Banks do. We've created within Facebook a way that you could get pretty much all the information you want to get to somebody for them to make a decision, and make a decision without even having to get them water. That's huge, folks. That's huge. But that's what that fan page does. So obviously, step 3, getting people to your fan page, is a critical ingredient. And we teach people many, many different ways to be able to do that. Okay? So that's step 3. Step 4, so you've got people to your fan page now. What's next? Right? What's next? Well, now you start to make follow-up calls. And when I say follow-up calls, I mean follow-up calls. You have the ability, almost everybody on Facebook puts their contact information on their page. So you have the ability, and again, you ask permission, "Hey, I'd love to talk to you about your experience on my fan page. Would it be okay if I give you a call tomorrow?" Sure. So you connect with these people. You find out what they like best about what they saw, right? Did you get a chance to take a look at the kangendemo.com, right? What'd you like best about what you saw there? You engage them in conversation. Can you imagine? I want you to think about this for a minute. We've got people right now that are creating 5 to 10 new prospects on a daily basis. And they're beginning to have conversations with people. Okay? Myself and Angela included. Can you imagine what happens when you end up having 1, 2, 3 conversations a day with people about Kangen water? They've already come to your page. They've got the information. You're getting them to webinars. You're getting them, you're even doing 3-way calls. Okay? You could do 3-way calls at that point. What do you think starts to happen to your business? Think about it. If you do just 5 prospects a day, and with our system, it's a piece of cake. 5 prospects a day. It doesn't cost you a dime to generate that prospect. Okay? 5 prospects a day. You're not having to go out and buy advertising. 5 prospects a day. Qualified prospects. Not random people. Qualified. So you've got 5 qualified prospects a day. Let's say you do that 5 days a week. You don't even do it on the weekends. That's 25 a week. That's 100 a month. Out of 100 qualified prospects per month, number one, you can't do that in the real world, but out of 100 qualified prospects, how many of those prospects do you think would become distributors and are buying machines? Out of 100 people. Exactly. Exactly. What do you think that does to your business? It's crazy. This is This is speed prospect. You've heard of speed dating? This is speed prospecting. Helps you to sort through all the chaff and get to the wheat. That's what this does. That's what this system allows you to do very effectively, very efficiently. Okay, so that is step 4. That's the entire process. Now, obviously there is a lot of layers to these steps. There's a lot to be learned. There's a lot of subtleties to it. There's a lot of different ways to approach it. We teach all of that. We do that in great depth. But again, everybody kind of picks their path of what they're comfortable with, and that's why in putting our system together, that's why we know there's a number of different ways that people build their businesses. So we built this with the idea for those people that share water, this works great. It allows you to find people in your local area that you could do more of that with. How would you like to have more of that? How would, those 25 people a week, how about they were all in your local area and you were sharing water with 25 people a week? Well, it would start to become a little insane. I can't imagine driving around or even having 25 people coming to my door every day to pick up water. Let's just say that I made sure they came to me, right? But what if there was a way that you could build your business and you never had to share water? You never had to share water. You never had to do a home demo. Well, yeah, we could do that here. There are people building very large businesses within a Enagic, and they never share water, and they never get people to live demos. So that's part of what we're teaching as well. For those of you that would rather not do the sharing water route, we've got a way for you as well to be able to build your business. Okay. Let's talk about why you really need a system. Number one, you just can't do this thing by yourself. You can't succeed alone. It really allows you to leverage both your time and your resources in a way that you're going to get the most out of yourself. It provides a success blueprint. Always, a good system provides a success blueprint, step by step. It absolutely creates efficiencies for you and your business. And I think one of the most important things, it's duplicatable. A good system is always duplicatable. So it's something that everybody on your team can do. Now, what is Healthy Water Profits? Well, we have created a proven success formula. I've used this system in other businesses over the course of the last 2 or 3 years. I know it works. I'm going to tell you right now, it's working better with Enagic than it has with anything else I've ever done, which is, I think that shows you the power of Kangen water, the power of what we're doing. And by the way, something I really want to emphasize as well, I do this full time. This is all I do. I build my Enagic business, and I work in helping people with healthy water profits. That's all I do full time. Secondly, we provide hands-on training, and I mean we provide hands-on training. We've got a very robust training website that everybody gets access to. It's got videos, it's got tutorials on it, it's got resources on it, complete training website that you have access to. We do weekly training webinars. Every Monday night, we do a training webinar covering new topics, okay? And we've got fan page templates. I just showed you the power of the fan page that we provide to all of our members, right? So you have those elements to be able to build a very professional fan page. Fan page is a business page, okay? Fan page is just the word that Facebook has used for years and years. But in essence, it is a business page, right? That's the difference between your personal page and this. But obviously, we have something that works, has enough information on it. You get that as part of Healthy Water Profits. Let's take a look at what some other people are saying. These are some of our members, and again, I could have literally probably done at least 10, 12, 15, 20 of these slides, but I only had time here before the presentation to put 2 new ones up. Here's Barbara Bishop and Nancy Rose out of Ventura, California, both Enagic distributors. Here's something they just said about the program. This program is completely changing the way we do this wonderful Enagic business, and it's just what we've been looking for. Okay, so that's Barbara and Nancy. And then here's Ori Horish. He's a 6A, he may be a 6A plus, out of South Florida. And Ori, here's basically what he just told me. He says, I've got 10 new targeted prospects by using this program, by using Healthy Water Profits, and he loves how it lets him do it all from home. No more driving around. That's what Ori loves. He's able to prospect people, talk to people, network with people, and he never has to get in his car. You do it from the convenience of your own home, right? It's very, very powerful, folks. Okay. We've created a system that allows you to reach out much broader than you've ever been able to reach out before. It allows you to speed prospect. It allows you to pull in people that are qualified, that are going to have an interest in healthy water, that are going to have an interest in Kangen water, and potentially going to have an interest in coming into business with you, becoming a business associate, becoming a distributor. We've got everything that we put together in this one single package. And we bundled it together as a monthly program. $37 a month gets you all of that training, full access to the training site, the fan page templates, the training webinars, everything that we're doing. And we keep building on it, folks. We keep adding value almost on a daily basis, more and more and more. Right now, we've got a 7-day trial offer. It's $10. So basically, for $10, you can come in for the next 7 days. You can see everything that we've got, everything that we're doing. You can go through our courses. You can get on our Monday night training webinar. So I would absolutely encourage you, as your next step, take advantage of the trial offer. What are you going to be out, $10? Come to our Monday night training, where we really, really get into some meat and potatoes. 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, same time as this webinar on Monday nights. So basically, if you go to healthywaterprofits.com, healthywaterprofits.com will get you into our site. There's a number of different things you can look at there. There's a little more information. But you can take advantage of that trial offer, that $10 trial offer. And you can see what it's all about. You can see exactly how it's working. You can get a feel for it for yourself in that 7 days. And at that point, at the end of 7 days, you can decide this is for me or it's not for me. I can tell you, everybody that's tried the trial offer, it's been for them. They've moved on past the trial offer. Actually, not even sure why I offer the trial offer anymore, but I do, because I just think it's the fair thing to do, and I think it's a simple, easy thing for all of you to take advantage of. Okay, so I want to pause.